Welcome everyone to Awareness Wednesday. I'm Taylor Bunn, the Executive Director of Hope for All. And today I'm joined by Melinda Rogers, Executive Director of LifeLine for Families, and Patty Brock, who's the Executive Director of Grand Prairie United Charities. Ladies, thank you for joining me today. We would love to just hear a little bit about your organizations. Melinda, do you want to tell us about LifeLine?
Sure. LifeLine for Families, previously known as LifeLine Shelter for Families. We recently dropped the shelter name. But we've been in Grand Prairie now since 2003, and we do one thing, and that is we help families in crisis that have children in the Grand Prairie Independent School District with rental assistance. And basically what that means is when a family is in crisis and they're about to either be evicted or they've already lost their apartment, we basically help them get back into the apartment scene or stop the eviction process. And we basically blanket our families with funds so that we can stop that process. LifeLine is it's an interesting organization. Grand Prairie does not have a shelter. And because of that, when our founder put this together back in 2002, actually is when she started, she decided that it would be better if we didn't have a shelter, that we sheltered our families in apartments. And the main reason for that is because nobody knows. You could live next door to somebody who was homeless for a short time because of a crisis and never even know it. So it really protects the dignity of the family. Other than that, I mean, we see clients as far as case management is concerned. We get them back on track. It's a short program. It's a 1 to 3 month program, and it's dependent upon each situation and the family. We hope that they're in it for the 3 months because we have a better success rate because it really gives the family a competitive edge. We teach them how to budget their money, financial prioritizations, the difference between a need and a want, more especially now with COVID. They have to save every penny they have so that they can pay their rent or pay a portion of their rent at least. Other than that, I mean, we partner with Grand Prairie United Charities on some things, and that's fairly new as of last year. So that's been a success for us, and I hope for them as well.
Patty, tell us about Grand Prairie United Charities.
I'm Patty Brock, and I'm the Executive Director for Grand Prairie United Charities. Grand Prairie United Charities was founded in 1955, so we've been around a little bit. We basically do two things. We have a twofold mission: to provide emergency assistance to Grand Prairie residents in the form of food or finances. From a food perspective, we have a food bank that's open 4 days a week here at the office. It has to be a Grand Prairie resident. They have to fill out some paperwork, but mostly if you need some food and groceries in Grand Prairie, you can come and see us. Our finance is twofold. We help with rent and mortgage or utilities. We work with TXU, Atmos, and City of Grand Prairie for water. Like Melinda said, we have some paperwork. We do some gathering of information to make sure that the people we help are in the low income and their salaries are meeting that. We meet with them individually, and depending on the circumstances is how we decide how we're going to help them. We like to have our clients feel responsible and part of the process. So we rarely pay all of their bills, but work with them to pay a part of their bills. We can get them out of this emergency financially that they found themselves in and can get back on the road.
Thank you. Melinda, you mentioned COVID-19, where we've all been navigating this. It's impacting everyone in different ways. And I can imagine for our families that were already lower income, this is an extra hit on top of that. How has this pandemic affected your requests for services and then also just your daily operations?
It's affected both. We definitely have a higher number of people calling in, and now we have really a different type of population calling in as well. We basically help the lower income families. And now, since so many people have either lost their job due to COVID or have been on furlough that's not receiving unemployment, we basically trying to help those people that fall within our income guidelines. And those are typically the middle income families. Right now, we don't have funds to cover the middle income families. We're researching grant opportunities and other donated or donations, financial donations for that. But we have them waiting until we can find something. As far as staffing, we've always, or for the last few years anyway, we've had 2 employees, myself and my case manager, and we don't have plans to increase our staff because it would be short-lived. So we're trying to get everything done between the 2 of us. With COVID the way it is, and we're housed in an ISD building, we have made the decision to. I'm going to work from home. Vivian's going to work from the office. And so far, everything's working. We're doing everything online. And we've had pretty good luck with that. So time will tell.
It will. Patty, what's been the impact on your organization?
From a food pantry perspective, we've had a couple of impacts. We were seeing between 25 and 30. Now we're at 40 and above, and quite frankly, expect that to grow. We rely on retail partners. We're part of the umbrella of the North Texas Food Bank, and we have retail partners, Walmart, Target, Aldi, and Papa John's, that give us donations. We pick up 3 times a week. Well, with the food shortages at their grocery stores, clearly their donations back down to us have been very small. So we did recently purchase a large pack of food from North Texas, so that we're pretty full on food right now. We're in a good shape because we really expect those clients to grow. We're seeing more new clients than we've ever seen from a perspective. So that's great. We're here. We have the food. We're ready to help residents of Grand Prairie with their food needs. From a financial perspective, our phones have just rung off the hook for people looking for help with rent and utilities, and we're getting them in and seeing them as soon as we can. Like Melinda said, we have a limitation on low-income families, who we're focused on helping. And after they bring in all the paperwork they need, like her, they meet with a caseworker, and each individual case is looked at individually to determine the amount of financial support we're going to give them. So I think a huge uptick in all areas of the things we do.
Right. So we're hearing in the news there's a lot of work being done to try to help people, different people coming together, grants that might be coming available, all of these things they're coming, everything's coming, help is coming. What are some things people can do right now to help your organizations or others like yours?
Well, I'll start. Because of COVID, we can't use volunteers right now. We can't have anybody coming into the building. So right now, our biggest need, other than financial, are baby products. We have quite a few moms that have the little ones. And baby products, meaning diapers, formula, anything that goes along with babies. That's a big help. And I thank you, Taylor, because you set up an Amazon account for us, wish list, if you will. And we've already gotten 2 donations from that. I appreciate that so much. I got to say, it's really a difficult thing for our young mothers that have not only the little babies, but the other ones that are in school or school. And it's just a huge help to provide that to them, so they're not having to go to a store and drag the kiddos with them. So
right,
those are our biggest needs.
What about you, Patty?
I think there's threefold things that we could use some help with. We will always take food donations because we're a food bank. It's what we do. While we're in pretty good shape right now, I expect that food to go pretty quickly, so we could always use some help for that. And right now we have our biggest need would be with like mixes, cake mixes, cookie mixes, that type of thing. I know this looks horrible, but I have to plug in my phone. I'm sorry. Financial donations. Right now, we just, we took a pretty big hit on our books paying for food that we felt like we needed. So financially, we need help, not just for operational, but also for money to give back to those people who need help with rent. And then the third thing that I think all of us need whenever we can get it, is volunteers. We only have 4 employees for our agency, so the majority of our work is done by volunteers, and the majority of my volunteers are in that high-risk category. The city has beyond grateful helping us, sending some of their employees to help us. They have a lot of places that are closed, the rec centers, Summit, libraries, they're sending volunteers. But you know what? I think and we're glad to have them, and they've been great, and they're keeping us afloat. But I think in times like this, everybody wants to volunteer. They want to feel like they're doing something there for their community. They're adding value and hope and help. So if there's anybody out there that's healthy, that has some time, and you want to volunteer, if you don't want to meet with the public, you want to keep yourself sheltered from that, we can do that. We have lots of stuff we can do. So anybody who wants to come spend a few hours with us and volunteer, we'd love to have them.
And you shared with us earlier that there are masks, everybody's got gloves, you've got the space in between people. So if you are able to volunteer, if you're healthy, if you feel good, they are taking safety precautions. So that's all great to hear. Now, there are a lot of people who need help right now. Y'all have both seen an uptick in in the number of requests you're getting. How do people find you if they need help?
Are you talking to me or Patty right now?
Both of you.
Okay, how they can find us, LifeLine. If you're listening out there and you have a crisis, whether it's COVID related or previous to that, and you have children in the Grand Prairie Independent School District, contact your one of your child's principals or counselors if you know them. What they will do is they will get with the counselor to provide us with a referral letter. So everything has to go through the ISD. Now, if you cannot get a hold of anybody at your school, that's fine. Just give us a call and we'll contact them and get that referral letter so there's not a holdup on that. And you can call one of 2 numbers. The first one, which is my number, is 972-237-5546. Or you can call my case manager, Vivian Chambers, and her number is 972-237-5545. If it's after hours, our phones roll over to our cell phones, so we'll answer them as well. Now, of course, if it's too late, we're probably going to be in bed, but we will be back in the morning. So,
I think we lost Patty, but she did share with us that they are open to the public 4 days a week. And so if you need help,
yes.
If you need some food from the food pantry, you're able to go in and get that. That one's pretty easy. If you need financial support, there are a few more steps, but you can go in and meet with somebody there in person to fill out that paperwork. And then they've been doing follow-ups on the phone. So just to keep that social distancing going. So the contact information for both organizations is on the screen. So reach out if you need the help. We're all struggling in different ways right now. So just know that any of the 3 of us are happy to help you and support you in this time. So last thing, as Melinda shared, we do have an Amazon wish list drive going right now for LifeLine for families. As she mentioned, baby supplies are needed. So you can just hop over to that wish list on that link on the screen and just choose diapers or formula or whatever product speaks to you. And then it's going to come to me since our offices are closed. And then I'm going to get that to Melinda.
Yes, thank you.
Help out that way. We have, yeah, we have already gotten a couple donations. Shout out to Doris Godbold for her donation on diapers. And then we also have a GoFundMe going for Grand Prairie United Charities. We're trying to raise $10,000 to help with that rental assistance that Patty was mentioning. So we have received $125 to date. Thank you to an anonymous donor and also Segura Wheeler. So you can also go to that link on the other side of the screen. So we really hope that you're able to give what you can in this time. And then of course, as Patty mentioned, if you're up for volunteering, I think a lot of us are looking for something to do right now, some way to get out and give back in these days of social distancing. So Patty, we lost you for a second, but I think I gave correct information on how people can contact you if they need assistance. So just want to thank you both for joining me today. And to everybody watching, we're here to support you and also here to receive your support if you have it. Ladies, anything else before we go?
No, other than to say thank you for everything you do for us, Hope for All, and especially you, Taylor, because you got me going online with that was awesome. All is good. Thank you.
Thank you
You're
so much, Taylor, for
welcome.
you and your organization and all you guys do. We really appreciate your help.
We're very happy to help. Well, ladies, have a great day. Everybody stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you for the next Awareness Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.